Does your language have different dialects? It probably has. And do you have a recognizable accent? We all have one, don't we? Let's talk about the English language around the world. I love languages, and the more languages I learn, the more I want to learn. Does this happen to you too? I really encourage you to study languages. It's a great way to broaden your mind and exercise your intellect. I guess many of you are studying this course because you feel English is a useful language. All languages are useful, of course, but it is true that English is everywhere now. Many varieties of English are spoken around the world. We could refer to all of them as international English. In previous units, we talked about the differences between British English and American English. But the truth is that there are more varieties. Irish English, Australian English, Indian English, Canadian English, South African English, Philippine English. Each variety has their own particularities and contains even more dialects and countless accents. For example, in Indian English, a female cousin is a cousin sister. This is a term that is not used in other dialects of English, but this is found in other languages spoken in India. Nigerian English often omits the article. You'd say, for example, I eat biscuit instead of I eat a biscuit, or you clean kitchen instead of you clean the kitchen. In American English, words like start and far maintain the R sound, like this: start, far. So many dialects, so many speakers. English is an incredibly diverse language, and that's beautiful. Of course, languages are constantly evolving, and new words are created every year. In the last few years, we've learnt some new words like TikToker, Brexit, meme, lol, and of course, lots of COVID-related words. Let's see some of them. Pandemic. It means that a disease has spread over the world, like COVID-19, unfortunately. Lockdown. During lockdown, many of us were not allowed to freely go everywhere we wanted. We stayed at home most of the time. Curfew. It's a rule that everyone must stay at home between particular times during a period of time. In London, for example, there was a 10 p.m. curfew. Restriction. No kisses, no hugs, no shops open from 8 p.m. No going out without a mask. Those are restrictions. Vaccine. A vaccine is what we need to protect ourselves from disease and become immune to it. key workers. They are those considered to be essential for a country to keep running, like doctors, nurses, transport workers, supermarket workers, police officers, and many more. If you were one of them, thank you for your effort.
Yes, those are the big words, but here are the fun ones. Rona is short for coronavirus. Quarantines are the online teams formed during lockdown. Covexit is the strategy for exiting lockdown. And a covidiot is someone who ignores public health advice. So if you want a successful Covexit, please don't be a covidiot.
Okay, let's leave COVID behind and talk about pronunciation. There are many English words that are common internationally, but their pronunciation may vary depending on the dialect. Listen carefully and try to identify the differences in pronunciation. Adult, adult. Detail, detail. Garage, garage. Vaccine, vaccine. Both ways are correct. They're different, but correct.
In English, you can see a show or a play. They're similar, but they're not the same. A show is a stage performance, like a concert or a musical. A play is a piece of writing that is acted in a theatre, like Shakespeare's Hamlet. So a play is a kind of show. It's good to know these little differences, trust me.